Greetings, YouTubes, and welcome to another unboxing. You can tell there's no other players here, so it's probably an unboxing. Also, you probably clicked on it because you read the title of the video, so you already know what I've gotten. I have Munchkin Warhammer Age of Sigmar. This is obviously a sequel / companion to Warhammer 40k Munchkin. This will also have 2 expansions. They're not out yet, obviously, and probably little peripheral things with it as well. And I'll get those because, you know, Steve Jackson Games has their hooks in me. You know, like you do. No regrets. So I will do it like I do normally. I will open the package. I will show you the components. I will stop the video. I will go through the cards, and then I will start it up again, show you my favorites, and then we will be done. And the next time that we do an episode with just what's in the box and basically just showcase this game as per usual. So open. I must resort to higher technology. I did order this from my friendly local game store, but you can also get it from Warehouse 23. I hear you can also get it on Amazon, but only use that as a last resort. I mean, yes, Amazon has everything, but if you can get it at your friendly local game store, always patronize them, and because they always need business. It's more than just a store; it's a gaming hub. I love my local gaming store. All right, we got the rules here. I don't think anything wild or weird is different in this one. This one does have steeds that are back for now. I don't think we've seen steeds in a while. We've got the little standees like we had in the last one. Look like they're just in regular armor. We have Jan Game Board because this is a deluxe edition. Pile of swag. We got to the squeak. We got all of the various armies and stuff. Orcs. Doors and treasures. All the good stuff. Cool. We got the stands for the standees, and of course the cards, and ye old die with the Munchkin head, another one to put in the bag, and a pack of chiclets. Oh wait, no, that's silica gel. Don't eat that. It always gets me. It says do not eat. Like you thought you got a pack of gum with your game. So got it. So that's what's in the box, and you got the stuff that's on the back of the box. Shows off some of the cards, obviously, all that good stuff, like it does with all the deluxe editions and the regular editions, only in half the size of the box. So again, I'll put all these away. I'll open the package. Treasures, mostly doors. Ta-da! More treasures. A few more doors. More treasure. Doors are yellow, treasures are blue. I like blue. Alright, so we got all this detritus out of the way. Alright, I'll put all this back in the box. I'll pop those out. I'll have the stuff here. And like I said, I'll go through the cards. I'll pick out some of my favorites. Anything wild or weird, I will show to you. Anything different in the rules, I will highlight. And other than that, I will be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. As you can see, I have quite a few cards I want to go through here with you. This is a really, really great set. I'm really excited about this. This is awesome. I want to go through the armies first, just to lay down the groundwork, and then I'll go through the doors, and then I'll go through the treasures. And so the first army is the Stormcast Eternal, which has the lightning attack. Your hand items get an extra +1 combat bonus. And Death Transformation. Your corpse is not looted if you die. Simply discard all your cards except your army. That's pretty cool. Since army is the only thing you keep in this game when you die, I believe that would translate to everything you keep on the left side of the death line in a mixed game. Races, classes, all that LB scamp crap stuff. There's Skaven. Hide in plain sight. +1 to run away. And Entropy. Curses you play from your hand may affect 2 players. Since normally we play 3-player, that means that your curses affect everybody. Night Haunt. Undead Lord. You may discard 3 cards to take the top undead monster from the discards to your hand, which is basically the Yakuza ability, but for just undead. And Boon of Nagash. Treat any death result as go up a level instead. This cannot give you the winning level. Holy crap. If you combine that with, what's the 40k army? Is that Ultramarines? Where you can just change bad stuff to death? Like, if you get an Alliance card and you just change, you're like an Ultramarine Night Haunt, and you just change all the bad stuff to death, and you just keep suffering bad stuff. And you just get up to level 9, you just have to kill one thing. Holy cow. Moonclan Grot. He's riding a squeak! I have a soft spot for the goblins because in Warhammer Fantasy Battles, which was the precursor to Age of Sigmar, I played Orcs and Goblins, which were one army then. So Orcs and Goblins were my jam, and I still have a sizable ONG army. So the Mangler Squigs, the Goblin Fanatics, the Squig Hoppers, I love all of them, and I love playing all of those. So the Moonclan Grot is safety in numbers. A Moonclan Grot has a combat bonus equal to twice the total number of Moonclan Grots in the game. It's kind of like the Orc advantage in 40k, where you get a bonus equal to twice the number of Orcs in the game. So 6 to 1. And Strike from the Shadows, a one-shot with a combat bonus played from your hand gets an extra +3. Which, there's actually a monster, I didn't actually pull it out for highlighting, but there's a monster that gets triple bonus from one-shots played on it. So, if it gets an extra +3, say it's a +2, the +2 cowpie. That's like the metric that we use. The +2 cowpie, so it gets an extra +3, you play it from your hand. So now it's a +5, and it gets triple bonus. That's a +15 cowpie that you've just played to this little level 1 monster. And if you're an alchemist, it gets doubled. The Idoneth. Spirit Theft. Whenever an opponent discards an army card, you may take it to your hand. You don't have to discard for that or anything. You just like, yep, it's mine now. Discard and Escape from Chaos. Discard 2 cards to automatically run away from a Chaos monster. So you can actually use that other thing to acquire the cards necessary to run away from a bunch of Chaos monsters. And Hedonite of Slaanesh. Inhumanity. One-shots you play to help monsters have an extra +2 combat bonus. And you may roll to run away from a curse, and if you succeed, put it in your hand. That's called Dark Gift. I didn't say that part. If you run away from a curse, you put it in your hand. Just like, nope. Doing 2 things at once. I'm talking to someone online too. Yeah. So that's all the armies there. So now, anything else that I mention them, you know what I'm talking about. All right. So like curses and non-monsters here. Like a monster enhancer, accursed is a +3 to monster, which seems like low for a monster enhancer. I haven't seen those since Munchkin Cthulhu with the ones that you could attach to a cultist. But it says play on a single monster, and that monster gains an extra +3 for each curse discarded without effect in this combat. So, like, it's a +3 to the monster, and then each curse that you discard also gives it a +3. So that can turn real bad real fast if you have like a couple of curses that wouldn't affect him, like lose your footgear. Oh, he doesn't have any footgear, but now it's a +3. Let's see. Reinforcement is a monster enhancer that's also a wandering monster card, basically, because you play this monster enhancer with a monster from your hand, and that monster joins the fight as if you would use a wandering monster card. Holy crap. That's awesome. And Battle Trained. Play on a single chaos or undead monster. All monsters of that type gain an extra +3 and are worth 1 extra treasure if defeated. If the monster is both undead and chaos, choose one or the other type. So, like, if it starts getting like hot and heavy, like, oh, okay, now it's a undead, like undead. Now there's like 3 little undeads in here. He's just barely like losing, winning. Like, you know, we all have like little undead monsters, ding, and boom, now they all have a +3. Like, there's 5 little monsters. Now they all get like +3. Now it's 15 more. Holy crap, which we have seen before on this show. The Chaos Storm. This one's pretty cool. If this is drawn face up, it takes effect immediately. Otherwise, you may play it at any time, except during combat. Not just yours, anyone's. So that's a very specific thing. Shuffle the door discards and deal 1 of those doors to each player. Do the same with the treasure discards. Put any remaining cards at the bottom of their respective decks. So it's kind of like the Here They Come Again seal, where you just shuffle the door and treasure discards back into their respective decks, but you shuffle the discards, deal 1 of those cards out to each player, put it on the bottom of the deck. So there's no more discards, but each player gets 1 of those cards. Pretty awesome. Now here's some curses that I pulled out. Battle Shock. You must immediately run away from the next monster you face. If you are in combat when this is played, you must run away from all monsters that you are fighting. So it's like the Flea Powder, but in curse form. Curse, Gloom Spite. If you do not find a monster when you kick down the door, you must look for trouble instead of looting the room unless you have no monsters in your hand. I'll leave this in front of you as a reminder. That can be devastating if you're sitting there holding a monster that you're waiting to wander into someone else's combat, like you're sitting there with a level 20, or you have Katrina or the Bullrog, or freaking Plutonium Dragon, whatever, and you're sitting there like, here, we're gonna make him die. I got the big old Planeteer guy, and you have to look for trouble for it. You level 3 son of a bitch. Triumph and Treachery. This is a great curse because it has a rule I've never seen before. If you drew this card face up, put it in your hand. Play when someone has just won a combat. You can cancel their levels or their treasures. Your choice. And this can deprive someone of the winning level. It's something that can actually stop someone from winning. And I love that. And Loon Storm. You may play this card at the moment someone thinks they have just won to prevent them from gaining the winning level. It's a lose a level curse. It's very simple, but you can play it after someone thinks they've just won the game. There was only one of those that I can think of up until this point, and then there was 2 in this particular set. And then I have 3 monsters that I want to go to, and they're all like Squigs, because I have like a special place in my heart for Squigs. Squigalanche, because Squigalanche, it has a whole bunch of squigs on it. And the bad stuff is you are dead and everyone else gets to laugh at you. The Stalag Squig, which the art is kind of fun, but the bad stuff is great because it's a pun. And it says, you don't have to be a spore loser. Discard your army. Spore loser. And then this one is just because of the name, Bat Squig. No, Bat Squig. Which means, in a combined game, he counts as a bat. Booyah. Alright, now treasures. I'm going to start with the steeds, which is odd because up until now, steeds have been in the door discard, or the door deck, not in the treasure deck. So now we have steeds in both decks. We have a Mornfang. We have a Mangler Squig, which is my new second favorite steed. Viewers will know who my favorite steed is. It's the Horseradish. I adore the Horseradish so much. We have the Star Drake. He has an extra +3 against Chaos Monsters, but a -2 to run away. We have the Taralan, which kind of looks like a Pegasus having a really bad day. And then we have the Tuskgore Chariot, which is a +4 chariot. Doesn't seem all that great, but it has an extra +5 when fighting a single monster. And since that's the norm, that is a +9 chariot. Holy cow. So, wowzers. Move that up there. Really fun one-shot, Unbind. Play during any combat in which a monster has 1 or more enhancers played on it. Remove those enhancers. Just take all the monster enhancers off of it. A go up a level card with a nice bit of thinking. Nice bit of thinking. It's a big naked orc being a thinker. He has a tattoo. It says mom. I think these 2 is just for the art. It says War Scroll. War! Which reminds me of a short story about the first time that a friend and I saw the movie Dante's Peak, where they get up in front of this small town, and the mayor says, "I have enacted I have opened the town's emergency evacuation plan," and my friend just goes, "What will be the plan?" Just leave. And then this one is similar because it's a +2 item, the battle plan. Battle plan: fight, kill, repeat, which is every role player's battle plan. We have the one-shot Soul Pod, and play when you are in combat alone. Take the top monster in the door discards, and its levels add to your combat strength in this fight, but has no other abilities. So it's the gnome ability in one shot, which is awesome. And this is interesting because it's a one shot with a choice on it, which is play during any combat to help the Munchkin side only. You may either take one drink for +3 or 2 drinks for +6, but if you take the 2 drinks, you have a -2 to run away. That's pretty awesome. The other 2 walls that I got out of here is find an artifact of power, which is a go-up a level card, or you may discard this instead to draw 3 face-down treasures. So you got to decide, like, do I want to go up a level or do I want 3 treasures? And then this one has a picture of Tank on it because it says, finish painting your army. And there's a nice picture of Tank right there. And then these 2 items is, this one I just like the name, the Moon on a Stick. And this one is just amazing because, one, it's a sword. It's 2 hands and it's big, and it's 1,000 gold pieces. Is the Slayer of Kings. It's a +8 sword. Usually anything that big takes like 3 hands. And this is a fire flame attack. Duh. And each turn that you don't kill a monster, you lose a level. And if you face Archon, which is the level 20 monster in here, you die immediately. Like, holy crap. Just dead. So, like, my strategy, if I were playing just this set, would be like, try to get Archon in my hand before I were to put that into play. Just like, oh, I got Archon in my hand. All right. And then put that into play. Like, that's my sword now. Like, I will have this the whole game. I will put item enhancers on this. I will make this my thing. I'll have like this +12, +15 sword. Because there's actually an item enhancer in here that can be like a +6 against chaos monsters. So that like an 8 + 6 is 14. You get this +14 2-handed sword of flamey hoary death. But if you face Archon, you die. And then, like, you gotta have that and a wishing ring so you don't have to go looking for trouble for Archon in your hand. Or like a little monster that you can go looking for. So, that is Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The only rules change that I think is significant is that it says when combining this with Warhammer 40k, it says that the only combination factor is that 40k has vehicles and this has steeds. Treat them as the same thing, which is kind of significant because other Munchkin games have had vehicles in the past, but they have specifically not been counted as steeds before, so I believe that just combines them as steeds from here on out. So I'm going to confirm that on the forums just to make sure, but until given further notice, we're just going to say that vehicles and steeds take up the same slot now. So tell us what you think of the Warhammer Age of Sigmar set. Tell us how you think it'll combine with the 40k set or the rest of the Deck of Doom, TMCR, and the expansions, the other stuff that we've got, the, you know, all that other stuff. Just say hi in the comments, whatever. You know, if you say hi in the comments, I'll say hi back. You know me. just, hi to everyone out there. But in the meantime, be sure to like, share, favorite, subscribe, pay it forward, send us money, be excellent to each other, and we'll see you next time.